has a word. Thank you, Dan.
You have your box? Yeah. You do, get it ready because you're going to need it in a moment here. So Darlene and I were on a camping trip. We were in the mountains. We got in there late. We checked in at the park station. We grabbed some literature. We found our campsite in the woods. We managed to get our tent set up. It was dark and it was cold. We climbed into the tent. We got into our sleeping bags and we had supper. After supper was over, we started to read up through the camp literature. And it talked about how occasionally they see bears in the area. So we thought, oh, okay. So we hauled our food out into the car, climbed back into bed, and went to sleep. I'm not sure who woke up in the middle of the night, but pretty soon we were both awake as we heard this crunching sound of leaves circling the tent. And then there was this heavy breathing. And both of us, our eyes are about this big, and we're just watching, this crunching sound go around the tent. And finally, it was just, we were scared. And finally, we were like, we got to figure out what's out there. So we grab our flashlight, open up one of the doors, shine it through the screen, and it just reflects back at us. We can't see a thing. So I get my courage up, I put my nose right against the screen, turn on the light, thinking, is this where the bear does this to me? And I saw a wagging tail of a basset hound staring at me. But you know what? Without that flashlight, we were just in the dark. We didn't have any idea what was going on. During the season of Lent, we have been reading through John's Gospel. And Jesus says, I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will not walk in darkness, but have the light of life. And then we also have read about how Jesus says that we are to reflect that light, that we're also to be the light of the world. Well, you know what? Pastor Sue and her team have taken a light and taken a close look at us over these last number of days and weeks and months. They've seen some of our strengths, some concerns they have, and they've given us a prescription. But you know what? It's now time for us to put a light on that report. For us to enter into a season of prayer and discernment and decision making. So if you have a key or a coin or a sharp nail, would you open this up here? And once you get it open, go ahead and dig on in there. I gave you your own very own flashlight, okay? And attached to that flashlight is a prayer. And so we are going to shine a light. We are going to shine a light on this report. And we are going to turn to God and we are going to pray it up. And we're going to gather as a community of faith. And we're going to talk about these prescriptions and these next steps. Have you ever, when you use a flashlight, you turn it on, it doesn't show you necessarily your destination, does it? What it shows you is your next steps. So this MCCI report isn't like the promised land where that's just the end of our journey. Rather, it's the next steps in our journey. We also have some additional steps to take besides these MCCI steps. I need to continue to develop as a leader. We need to continue to develop as a church where we are inclusive, where every single person is welcome and they know that they're a precious child of God. We need to take steps to help ourselves grow in generosity. So there's other steps we need to take, but the MCCI prescriptions are going to be those next steps, that plan that we're going to be praying about and we're going to shine a light on. And so what I would invite you to do, would you please unite your voice with mine and let us for the very first time pray together our prayer of our breakthrough prayer. for this next season of discernment. Let us pray. God, send your Spirit into our hearts and minds. Enlighten us with your wisdom, so we may come to know what you are calling this church to be, who you are calling this church to reach, and how you are calling this church to dream. Amen. The band's ready to lead us in worship, and I invite you to stand as you do that.